How to rehabilitate walls affected by capillary damp. In the presence of rising damp in a wall, treatment requires a planned intervention. The first step is to install the HS221 equipment, which stops the rising humidity. Once the device is turned on, the wall must be completely dried before any rehabilitation work can be undertaken. The time required varies according to the wall material, less than 4 months for brick or concrete walls, and up to 9 months for walls made of a mixture of sand, silt, gravel and cement. During this time, it is common for the paint to be chipped and for the plaster to degrade due to drying. When the wall is completely dry, the surface is sanitized. The first step is to remove visible saltpeter, which appears as a white efflorescence. In areas where the plaster or mortar is degraded, it is necessary to remove them until the firm structural support, whether brick, stone or concrete. Once the affected material remains are removed, the treated areas are moistened to improve the adhesion of the new coating. Lime mortar is then applied by throwing it against the wall with a trowel or by mechanical means. The surface is smoothed with a ruler without applying excessive pressure to keep the porosity of the material. The recommended mortar thickness is 1 to 2 centimeters. If a finer finish is desired, an additional thin layer of lime mortar can be applied, which can be gently smoothed with a sponge stick. Once the mortar is dry, the process is completed by applying silicate paint, which is a breathable option compatible with anti-moisture systems. If you need to start rehabilitation work immediately, the solution is more expensive because the part affected by moisture cannot be clearly determined. This will force the wall to be peeled up to 30 centimeters above humidity signals. In this case, rehabilitation requires a 2 centimeter layer of lime mortar and silicate paint. The lime mortar will act as a moisture retardant, protecting the finishes while the HS221 equipment performs its drying function. It is essential to keep the HS221 always connected. If this is not possible, it should not be disconnected for more than 3 days.